Last year for 2025, Triumph went heavy with electrical changes on their Trident 660. The bike got an IMU, it got cruise control as standard, a quick shifter and auto blipper as standard, and it got all kinds of connectivity. Well, for 2026, there have been more changes, but this time they've gone mechanical. Power jumps from 95 brake horsepower, redline climbs to 12,650 RPM. We have individual triple throttle bodies, a new airflow system, new rear shock, revised frame, etc, etc. So today I am planning to take the Triumph Trident 660 out on some stunning Spanish roads and try and find the answer to two questions. The first one, have the changes impacted the character of the Trident 660? And secondly, is it still worth considering the Triumph Trident 660 now that the Triumph 800 exists for £1,100 more? If you want to find the answers out to those questions, then I definitely suggest that you stick around and I'll play the intro. This is the 2026 Triumph Trident 660. UK retail price starts from £8,095 on the road and is available in Snowdonia White for that price, with Cosmic Yellow and Stone Grey as premium options at an extra £150. For 2026, Triumph has revised the 660cc inline 3-cylinder engine. Peak output is 95 brake horsepower at 11,250 RPM and 68 Nm of torque at 8,250 RPM. The redline is increased by 20% to 12,650 RPM compared with last year's iteration. Mechanical changes include 3 44mm individual throttle bodies, a larger airbox moved to the front of the bike, revised cylinder head and new engine calibration. The 6-speed gearbox has updated ratios and Triumph's shift assist is recalibrated. Some more updates include a revised frame and a new Showa rear suspension unit with rebound adjustability as well as preload. If we look at the suspension up front, we have Showa 41mm separate function big piston forks. Braking is by twin 310mm discs with 2-piston Nissin calipers, and we have optimised cornering ABS and traction control thanks to the IMU. Wet weight is 195 kilograms, fuel tank capacity remains at 14 litres, and the seat height is 5mm taller than last year at 810mm. Here I am sitting on the bike and I'm a 5'4" individual or 162 centimetres tall with a 29-inch inseam or 73.66 centimetres, and this is what it's like for me to sit on the bike. Technology includes a split LCD and TFT display with My Triumph connectivity, 3 riding modes, sport, road and rain, cruise control and full LED lighting all round. Alright, I think it's time for me to ride. Whoa! Alright guys, I am on the new and improved Triumph Trident 660. Oh yeah baby. And we have a new whippersnapper engine. That is the main event. That's the main event about these updates in my opinion. Because for 2025 they got a hell of a lot of updates as mentioned in the introduction. But yeah, we've got more horsepower and more torque, baby. And we are currently riding through a beautiful little town. So we are going to behave ourselves and watch out for the pedestrians. But yeah, I can't wait to get this on some fast, flowy, twisty, open roads and see what this bike is made of. So apparently we've got some proper tight and twisty roads, which I can't wait to share with you all. And we can really work that engine now. We've got 3 different modes, so we're currently in sport mode. Thank you, Justin. And we're in sport mode because I want to experience that real crispy throttle. Now the modes do just have all the same horsepower,
So if you put it in rain mode, it is just a throttle dampening, deadening sort of situation with that. And obviously traction control and stuff like that impacts that. It's more intrusive in rain mode. But yeah, the engine is zippy. It's zippy, it's more revvy, it revs higher. You gotta really rev it out to get the most out of this bike. The quick shifter just then, smooth as butter, alright. So if we look at some of the things that I mentioned in the intro, or the B-roll voiceover should I say, we've got a 14 litre tank and we've got an 810mm seat height. Now that is exactly the same as the Triumph Trident 800. In fact, I asked the product manager if it's the same tank, and it is the same tank. And then the seat height's the same. So how interesting is that? I don't think Justin likes the tarmac worms, the overbanding. They're not even nice in the dry, to be honest, but oh, the Trident is just handling it beautifully. It's really flicky, it turns at the drop of a hat. Oh yeah, this is a bit of me, this. Now personally for me, you know, this engine, I feel like a criticism of the Triumph from people was that, you know, I have heard some people say that it was a little bit boring. And it's not an opinion I share, because I feel like there's a bike for everyone. So I always try and look at it as in somebody with not so much experience would get on this bike and not find it boring. Obviously, if you're used to crazy amounts of power, then you may find it boring. But by putting this engine in, I feel like no one can accuse the Trident of being boring, because it's zesty, it's flicky, the brakes are great, the brakes work ace, to be fair to it. Down into second, that gearbox ace. We've got different gear ratios with this Trident compared to the last one, so it's made to feel a bit more sporty, and by God does it feel sporty. Now, I had one guy on Instagram ask me a very valuable question in my opinion, and it was, have they made it too intimidating? Because it's like I was saying, like, you can't win. Some people say the Trident's boring, some people love its unintimidating nature, and you know, that question has been asked, have they made it too intimidating? Has the gap closed too much between this and the Trident 800? And honestly, there are a few factors that, you know, can impact that. Obviously your right hand, like, you know how much control, willpower, lack of ego, etc., or ego in fact, you're working with. So yeah, if you are like quite new, it is a bit more power to have to handle and control, but like I said, you're at the control of that yourself with your right hand. But you've also got modes, and the modes work brilliantly. The modes aren't there for mode's sake. Basically, the throttle body butterflies, the speed of which they open and close, dictate the crispness of that throttle. So if you were a little bit intimidated at first, you could just ride it around in rain mode. You've still got your 95 brake horsepower, you just don't have super scariness if you don't want it. So yeah, that was a very good question, thank you for that. Alright, let's go, let's party. Let's dance. Up the box. Oh yes, bit of back brake into this bend. Oh, on the gas. Oh, look at this road. Just look at it, it looks incredible. Oh yes. I love Spanish tarmac on a dry day. I absolutely love it, and oh my gosh, it's fairly rapid, you know. It absolutely picks its feet up when you rev it. Definitely with more urgency than the 2025 engine for sure. We've got Michelin Road 5s, which are giving all the confidence. But another thing, we rode on the Road 6s in Cyprus in the rain, and again they were super confidence inspiring, but they have gone for the Road 5s, not 6s on this model. Maybe as a point of differentiation between this and the 800 Trident, who knows. But anyone who's ridden on the Road 5s will tell you that even though it's not the Road 6, it's not a bad tyre. Oh, the sound! With those triple throttle bodies and the airbox at the front in a different position. Oh, the roar! Listen! Oh! The noise! The noise! The roar, the noise. Let's go. Oh! Listen! Oh, yes. That sounds awesome! Oh, all the clearance. I've had no scrapages today, and the bends have been quite tight, quite sharp. Oh yes. Oh man, this bike is a joy. Oh, it's just so light on its feet. It does feel really, really light and really planted and really agile. Yeah, big cliff, so we won't take the mickey there. We don't like big cliffs, oh, but we do. We do love these roads. Oh, fantastic. Oh, but it just flows round the bend. Beautiful. It's addictive. It's very much addictive. Oh, yes. Oh, flippity floppity, don't stop it, eh? Well, maybe stop it a little bit, because cliff drops. Oh, yes. Yeah, boy! Oh, man. It's just a wonderful bike to have a scratch on. It really, really is. Although, big tight bends. Oh, yes. Oh, gorgeous. Oh, flippity floppity, don't stop-ity. Oh, wow, look at the views. Look at the views. Wow, wow, wee wah. Sorry, I've got really giddy and into the riding experience of this, and I have to say, I do feel like it is far more engaging with this engine than the 2025 model. Don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed that model also, but this just adds another layer of whoopah to the job. Do you know what I mean? Alright, we are back on the mighty Trident 660 after a little stop for filming and stuff like that. Got some tarty B-roll footage for the socials. I need a nice bend that I can see. If I can see out of a bend, we can execute a beautiful overtake. See, it was nice and clear. Oh, I love just thrashing this Trident. It's such a thrashable bike. It says low fuel. I hope we can make it back. Oh yes. Woohoo, baby! Oh, the shifter. Oh yeah, honestly, I know this has become a bit of a gushing fest, but you guys and girls know that I absolutely love a flickable, light, naked bike with enough power to have fun. 95 brake horsepower is a sweet spot for a lot of years. A lot of people like that 100 brake horsepower mark, and oh yeah, it's just fun. What can I say? But yeah, I'm going to take you to my outro, my pros, cons, and my little chit chat about the Trident 660 now. Right everybody, so I am back in from a day riding Triumph's Trident 660, and oh, what a delight. Now the questions I asked in my intro were, does the new engine, the revised 95 brake horsepower engine, change the characteristic of this bike? And honestly, the answer is 100% yes, in my opinion. The triple throttle bodies just give it the most audible, raw induction sound when you whack it on. Very, very similar to that of the Tiger Sport 800 and the Trident 800 as well. It just goads you to rev it. It feels faster, it feels revier. It feels a little bit torquier, although the torque difference isn't massive, but you definitely feel it, and the character for me has changed. Another question that I had in the intro was, you know, would you buy the Trident 660 over the new Trident 800, given the fact that there is only £1,100 difference between the two? So I was speaking to someone at Triumph and asked them, the cost of ownership between the Trident 660 and the Trident 800, is there much in it? And they basically said that if, you know, money is that much of a factor where you're trying to save it, there's not much like money to be saved between the 660 and the 800 in terms of servicing, like through ownership of both bikes, if that makes sense. The only thing you'll probably pay a bit more for is pads on the Trident 800. So yeah, if money is a consideration, there's not going to be much in terms of long-term ownership. But when it actually comes down to the ride, because I know that's what you all kind of care about, honestly, this engine, in my opinion, has closed the gap a lot compared to the 2025 660. And it's closed the gap because, you know, this is just a little bit lighter than the 800, the Trident 800. The brake horsepower differentiation isn't as vast anymore. And don't get me wrong, I feel like if you were to travel a bit further afield, perhaps the 800 engine, you know, which is just, it's got more power, it's got more torque, might be the better option. But if you just want a backlane scratcher, a commuter, just something to whip around on, honestly, this is a really revvy and really fun thing. I like the lightness of it. I like the point and shoot nature. You can change direction on it so quick. It's so agile. The wider bars really help that with leverage. Oh, it's just been a delight to ride this bike. And yeah, it's hard because when I rode the Trident 800, that was in Cyprus, and we didn't quite have the glorious temperatures and conditions that we have today, and it's quite easy to get sucked into a feeling when you're on a bike in such amazing conditions. It would be nice to have had the 800 here so I could ride it back to back to see if, you know, exactly how I deem them in a comparison manner. But honestly, I think for the price of this, you're not going to feel shortchanged if you get the 660 over the 800. You're going to feel like you've got a lot of bike for your money. And yeah, it's just been delightful to ride today. So what I'm going to do before I wrap this video up, I'm going to pop my pros here and my cons here. Take a moment to digest them. You can pause the video if you wish. It's going to be hard to find some cons, to be honest, because honestly, with that new engine and, you know, the new style, we've got a different back end, we've got 2-part seat, we can have a cowl, we can make it more sporty, more aggressive. And I think that was maybe a bit of a con of the older Trident. Played it a little safe with the styling, with a one-piece seat. You know, it wasn't really muscular and aggressive by comparison to this. And yeah, I think Triumph have just really
up the ante with it and took it to the next level. Right, I've gushed too much, so I hope you have enjoyed this vlog, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Bye! So today I'm hoping to take the Trident 660 out on some beautiful Spanish roads. So today I'm looking to take the Trident 660 out on some beautiful Spanish roads. So today I'm looking to take the Trident 660 out on some beautiful Spanish roads and answer 2 questions. Has the changes, no, have English, Kate, English, it's your first language, it's your native language, use it. Do the changes impact the character of the bike? Do they change the vibe of it? I can't speak, I'm like, the vibe of it. Like, I'm literally English, can I just act it? Like, I'm not really asking for too much in life, just for me to speak my naked language. See, I might as well just go home, etc. Can you shut the